Welcome back to Doctoring Differently. I'm Naomi Lawrence Reed, and I wanted to talk today about what I would tell my resident self. I graduated from residency almost 7 years ago, and my life is drastically different than what I thought it would be when I left and finished residency. At the time, I imagined I'd be a general pediatrician, in a community setting with my own panel, bringing cupcakes to clinic on Friday, not causing any problems. And I started working in a pediatric emergency room shortly after. That was my first job out of residency, and quickly learned that emergency room life was not for me. So roughly almost 3 years later, I left that position and started doing some primary care. But at that point, I already had other interests in medicine. There were already other things I wanted to do, things I'd heard about, opportunities I wanted to explore. I wanted to see what aesthetics and Botox and fillers was about. I wanted to do some per diem, local per diem, without a long-term contract. I wanted to do locums and travel and see what that was like. So I already had all these other interests, and it was very different from how I imagined my doctor life to go. And throughout this journey, I've had to have some long, hard conversations with myself and just truly be honest and make sure that this is what I want to do. And by this, I mean doing a little bit of everything, which it turns out I love to do. And I've had to divorce myself from the idea that I won't have the kind of doctor life that I envisioned. Now, if I changed my mind, which I probably won't, but I could, it will always be there. So if I could go back in time and tell my resident self, have a plan, but make that plan flexible, I would. I'd say, be easy on yourself. Give yourself grace and mercy. We are under a lot of stress and a lot of pressure for a lot of years. And many of us don't have any time off really to adjust and deal with all of the pressures of being a doctor, being human, living, all of the things that we do on in work and outside of work every single day. And we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, and then we invite pressure from outside sources, from hospital administrators, from bosses, from home life, from all these other expectations are placed on us, and we feel like we have to perform at 100% at all times. And yes, in the hospital, we have to be on. But for me, in my career, as I watch my career and my arc, I'll call it an arc, I am really enjoying the journey, and it is far different than I imagined coming straight out of residency, but it has been worth it every single day. The fact that I was able to decide to leave a place that I was not happy in, even being a physician, even being a doctor, I feel like, you don't necessarily have all of the support when you make a decision to leave a position at an academic center. It's almost an understated, well, why would you leave? This is the best you'll get. We're the best there is, despite a potentially malignant environment or toxic environment. It may not be everything, but you'll be convinced. They will attempt to convince you that it is the best there is, and that nucleus, that circle of academia, is your only option, and it is not. And I've been eternally happy outside of that bubble. I've had freedom to travel across the country, across the state of California where I live to work. I've been able to negotiate my salary at every step along the way, negotiate my schedule, really pick and choose what I do. I now do some veteran disability exams. So for me, I wanted to have a different kind of day every day. But guess what? I'm still doctoring. I'm still a doctor every day. Every day I use my medical license. but I use it in different ways. Some days I am a pediatrician. Some days I'm doing Botox and aesthetic procedures. Sometimes I am talking to veterans and doing veteran disability exams. And some days I'm traveling, 3 hours to stay at a locums assignment for about a week. So every day is different. It really has been so rewarding for me. And really the aim of this channel and this whole platform of Doctoring Differently is to show another side of doctoring. We are definitely shunted down the academics route. We are all the products of academics, being in medical school and training programs, residencies, and fellowships. We are a product of that. The expectation is that we rejoin that wheel and cycle. But that's not always the best fit for a lot of us. And the more I talk to physicians and the more I talk to my medical school classmates, my co-residents, my colleagues even now, it's becoming increasingly clear that a lot of doctors aren't happy where they are. It's 2021. We are, of course, still within the COVID-19 pandemic, and the stressors are unbelievable. The salary cuts or no increases in salary, no crisis pay, the way that I'm hearing and seeing that doctors are being treated within their hospital systems it's really disheartening. But I'm here to really tell you that there are other options and there are things you can do, and you are not stuck and you are not trapped. And there are opportunities that you may or may not have even imagined. There may be something in your mind you're a little bit thinking of. You heard maybe someone was doing it. Please engage me here. Ask me about it. I've done a lot of things, and there are a lot of fun out here. So I want to show you and teach you how you can get your own insurance, your own health insurance, your own retirement benefits. You can do those things on your own. And I realize that those are the things that often do keep doctors in jobs that may not be great for them. The safety of having at least those benefits really makes you feel like you have to stay there. But you don't. You can do that. You can do those things on your own. And even loan payback and loan forgiveness, those are things you really can do. You have options. So I want doctors to know that you are not stuck. You are not trapped. There is hope. You can have a fun career. You can have everything you want, everything you think you want, everything you know you want. You really, really can have it. So thanks for listening. I'm going to post my website, www.doctoringdifferently.com, one word. I look forward to seeing you, engaging with you, hearing about what you're doing or what you want to do, and starting this conversation about doctors being happy. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.